how complimentary are you to him? Now, y'all don't all have to prioritize this because, like I said, like she doesn't even want a relationship or anything. But if you do want a relationship, honestly, you need to prioritize your beauty at the top to get the best guy. And then as soon as you get him, to lock him in after you fuck him or after y'all have gone on a few dates, you need to be super loyal. And you prove that by not having a bunch of guys DMing you on Instagram, not having a bunch of fucking DMs and shit, and just,
You
know,
can't
so,
help
I
who
can't
DMs
help-
you.
wait,
I
wait,
can't help
this-
who DMs me. I'm sorry.
Can I
Yeah.
interject?
yeah, go ahead.
So we prioritizing beauty. We all know that phase. What keeps that nigga from cheating on you then?
Right.
Here, I'll
Right
give you
off
a perfect
very-
example why beauty is such a big deal, though, is because a guy will, whatever a guy, like, say, perfect
Yeah.
example, like my girlfriend's 23 and I'm 31. So they always say that whatever a guy sees, like, whatever age I met her when she was 21, whatever age the person is whenever you first meet them, a guy will see them like that for the rest of his life. And I totally agree with that. Like, I still think she's just as beautiful as the first time I met her 2 years ago. And I truly believe that, like, that's why beauty is such a big deal.
Mhm.
Like, because your man isn't going to remember you, or like when you're 35 and you're wrinkly and stuff like that, he's going to always remember you as that 22-year-old that he first met. You're always going to be just as beautiful as that one time. Now, don't get me wrong. That's not every guy. I'm not going to sit here and say every guy's like that, but
'Cause I'm
that's what I
like,
truly believe.
Most of these sugar daddies is married to their wives that are old and wrinkly.
But
and
you
are
don't
out
want
here
them,
looking
though.
For
But
the
the-
21-year.
Then why are
I'm
you
just saying.
married
So
to
why?
her?
I'm just saying it doesn't. Your beauty doesn't stop a man from cheating. Beyonce got cheated on.
Yeah. Well, so that's another thing we like to talk about. High value men cheat, guys. Like, I'm sorry, like, it's just the truth. Like, and I'm not saying that they're actual valuable men. It's just guys that have a lot of money or have a lot of options because they're 6 foot tall or they got a big dick or whatever it is. Yeah, you're gonna compete, and like, you just shouldn't choose those guys if you don't want that type of life, you know. But there's a lot of guys that do that, and you can't stop them from doing it. You know, that's just reality.
So I should go with the nigga with no money.
No, you should really.
I'm trying to figure it out.
So this is why I truly feel sorry for y'all, man. I feel sorry for men too, because I believe only 10% of people are even fucking worth it today. Like, they're even worth relationships, because most guys aren't. If they have a lot of money, they're gonna cheat and do stupid shit, or they're too broke and they don't have nothing. It's really hard to find that unicorn, is what I call it. And I say that women have to, like, guys, I like to teach guys, you have to talk to 10,000 girls for you to find one unicorn. I definitely talked to at least 10,000 girls before I found my one unicorn. And so I definitely think that that's what guys have to do. And what do y'all have to do? Since guys pursue y'all have to filter 10,000 DMs of shitty dudes. Y'all have to filter 10,000 guys before you find one unicorn. And that sucks. Like, I feel bad for y'all.
Yeah,
That's a lot of DMing. That's a lot of bullshit. You know, that's like a lot of guys that you got to filter. But that's just the truth today, because most people are shit. It's just a fact. I'm sorry. But I'll go ahead and do the guys' pyramid of priority, just so y'all understand that too. The guy's pyramid priority is finances, obviously, provisioning. He needs to prove that he's provider at the top. That's how he gets in the door. That's why guys peacock. That's why they wear Gucci and Louis and stuff. They're trying to look like they have money, but really they drive some shitty car or something, you know. But they're peacocking. That's all because they know that how they get in the door with women is their provisioning. That's what gets them in the door. Right under that, they have to have really good social skills, and that's how they're able to lock a girl in. When a girl sees that he has a big group of men he's a part of, or a good family, some type of community, or his ability to speak and his ability to relate to other people, that's what makes y'all like, ooh, he's a safe bet. Because then even if he dies, you know, you and your kid will still be taken care of in the long run because of his communal skills. And that's just that's what I like to teach men and women as their priorities that they need to focus on, I guess you could say. If you're trying to date. People that aren't trying to date, you don't gotta worry about any of this shit. I want to know what makes you respect a man. We'll start on this side again.
If he's respectful to me,
If he's respectful to you.
yeah,
Okay.
and to other people.
Okay. What about you?
Upbringing.
Upbringing. So if he just had a good upbringing, you would or
No, that's me. You said what makes me respect
Yeah.
a man. I was just brought up to
Oh, you're
respect
just-
people in general.
okay.
No, that don't mean you get to keep it. It's easy to get it, but that don't mean you get to keep it.
Okay. I want to know, like, what does a guy do that would make you respect him more, though? Is there something that he can do that would make you respect him more? Kind of like her answer.
Stand on his word.
Staying on his word. Okay.
To
What
me,
makes you
it's
respect a
how
man
he
more?
treats his family.
How he treats his family.
Mom.
Okay. What makes you respect a
I
man?
was about to say, how do you treat your mom?
That's a big deal. Okay. What makes you respect a man?
being trustworthy.
Being trustworthy.
If you tell me something, I expect that's what you're gonna do, or I expect that to be done. But if you like say, if there's people that'll say some things and don't really mean it, I can't. I don't respect you after that.
Yeah.
Stand on your business. Stand
Yeah.
10 toes behind whatever you say.
No, I agree with that.
Hey, Sergio, I got a follow-up question regarding that.
Yeah, go.
Real quick, I have two things. I want to go around the table. My first question to each one of y'all: did y'all grow up in a single parent or both parent
Or
household?
dual parent, yeah. We'll start on you.
I mean, I didn't grow up with my mom and dad, but I did grow up in a 2-parent household.
Okay. What about you?
I started off with a young single mother. Shout out Miss Tiffany. And then she got married. So then I grew up in a 2-parent household.
Okay.
Shout out to Tiffany.
Shout out
Same
to Tiff.
Z's. My mom got remarried when I was 7. So,
So
you know,
2-parent.
I saw her.
Yeah,
Yeah, as a single
Mostly
mom
2-parent.
and then 2-parent.
What about you?
Cool.
2.
Just my mama.
Okay.
Perfect.
So almost everybody.
Cool. I got another follow-up question regarding that, tailored to the last one that you asked, Sergio. So I heard a couple of times y'all were saying how a man treats his mother. That's how you would give him more respect.
Mhm.
With that, let's say the roles are flipped. Let's say a person didn't grow up with a father figure. Is that going to be fair to say how a woman treats her father, or if she never had that male figure in her life?
No, I think that, I mean,
It's different for
yeah,
women.
because my
How so?
biological father wasn't in my life, and that doesn't shape who I am as a person. So no.
So how can you hold a man to that same standard?
To what same standard?
We talk about the ones that got their mama in their life and treat them shitty. If you treating your mama shitty, if you don't even respect the person that gave you birth,
How can you respect
how
me?
can you respect me
right,
ever?
Right. And I've seen my mom be a single mother and raise, her daughters. So it's like, for me, it's possible.
It's just like when people be like,
to respect.
people. I'm not saying people don't care about deadbeat dads, but people care a lot less than if you were a deadbeat mom. You know what I'm saying? It's the same concept. If you see a deadbeat dad, it's like, oh, take care of your kids. But if you see a deadbeat mom, you're like, how the fuck could you abandon
What's
your
wrong
kid?
with you?
What is wrong with you? It's the same concept. Like, men don't need, like, this is one thing I will agree on. Men aren't wired the same as women, because women, from the time of conception, you feel that baby. You know that that's your child from the time of conception. So it's different. Like, people's dads not being in their life, that, that's more normal than a person's mom not being in their life. If you can't respect the person that gave birth to you, pushed you out their vagina, held you for 9 months in their stomach, I know you don't respect me. There's no possible way you could ever respect me. Now, I'm not saying it for those people that had a mom that was in their life and she was a shitty mom. I can't hold you on that. That's completely different if you're not, cool with your mama. But like, for the people that had a great mom, you disrespecting her, I know you're gonna disrespect me.
Yeah. It just depends how bad they actually were raised in it.
Yeah.
No, the big thing that we like to talk about sometimes is that the reason why there's a lot of disrespect today is because most people are being raised by single parent households. And usually a single parent household is a mother only. And what he was trying to say is it's really hard for you to learn how to respect a man if you weren't raised around one. So
Correct.
that's the biggest thing that's the issue sometimes.
Correct.
I'm gonna double back on that. So up until I was 9, my mom wasn't married. My mom, like, she was a single mom. One thing I will say about my mother, I've never in my life, my dad was a deadbeat. Like, is a deadbeat. Like, I don't talk to my daddy. But I've never in my life heard my mom disrespect my dad. She's always telling me, like, that's still your father. Even if she knows he did something super terrible, like unforgivable, she'll still be like, that's still your dad. I never forced him to be a parent. So you can't really hold that against him. I've never heard my mama disrespect my daddy. So in the same breath, like, even though she was a single mom, she's always still taught me to respect him, even knowing he doesn't deserve my respect. She still taught me. So it's like you really can't say that.
It depends how good your mother is. Yeah, because you had a good mom. Like, she was never trash talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, despite how shitty he was. So that I could see how that's a good way of being raised still by a single mother.